For in the universe, the strong will dominate the weak if they can, as it is here on Earth. Nature does not change with technology. Everyone in the universe is searching for resources, and those advanced races who have outstripped their own world's resources must now trade and search for these resources wherever they can. The competition and the deception around this are immense, beyond anything you can possibly imagine. It is simply nature happening on a much grander scale. If humanity were well versed in the affairs of life in your local universe, you would be ending war today. You would be preserving resources today. You would be rationing energy today. You would be preserving your environment today. You would be maintaining biological diversity today. You would be confining your communications through other media today. And yesterday, you were heading towards a position of extreme powerlessness and vulnerability in the universe, and because you live in a world of such immense biological diversity and wealth, you do not realize its importance to others. You are like the native tribe living in the jungle, isolated from the rest of the world, living in a place of immense natural wealth, unaware that explorers are now reaching your shores and penetrating your sanctuary, explorers who are here to take control of what you possess and to dispossess you. This is nature. This is evolution. This is what happens when the native peoples of any place or world squander their resources and are not prepared for intervention. This is not to say that humanity will, by destiny, fall under foreign power. But it is the great risk you now face, the great, unrecognized risk, the great background to the great waves of change, the hidden threat to humanity. If the nations of the world knew this, they would unite to defend the world. They would unite to protect the world's resources so that humanity will have a future. For do not think that you can go out into space and claim what you have destroyed or overuse here on Earth. You would have great difficulty finding these resources, and even if you could eventually find them, you would find that they are owned by others who are far more powerful than you are. There is so much foolishness, recklessness and adolescence in human behavior that must be corrected. The new message warns of this, admonishes this and speaks of this. You cannot be foolish and arrogant in the greater community. And you can no longer be foolish and arrogant even within your own world. This is a time of great reckoning when humanity will have to either grow up and unite or fail and be overtaken by others. If you do not accept this, if you cannot accept this, if this is too much for you, if you think it is untrue, then you are ignorant and weak. This is the revelation. Ignore it at your own risk. For even God will not save you if you do not honor and pay heed to God's warnings. Countless times have emerging races such as your own been overtaken by resource explorers and economic collectives, those who search for opportunities such as this, those who are predatory, those who are opportunistic, those who can gain control over worlds like this without firing a shot. You are entering a much more sophisticated and powerful environment in the greater community where outright war is rare, but where deception and the attempt to control are immense. You do not yet have wisdom, for you have not had to adapt to this greater environment. But wisdom from the greater community is being provided to you in the new message. And you have allies in the universe who have sent their warnings, their perspective and their information to help you to prepare for the greater community and to warn you of the dangers of depleting your Earth and of throwing away your self-sufficiency. The picture is actually very clear. It is not complex. If you fail to take care of this place, others from the universe will come and displace you. They will not destroy you. They will simply harness you and use you, the way you use cattle, the way humanity has used slaves. It is not a complex situation. Even your children could understand it. It has happened throughout nature and throughout the greater community since time began, since the separation from God began. The fact that people do not see it, do not think of it, do not recognize it, cannot imagine it or cannot face it simply represents your lack of development, your lack of wisdom, and the indulgences that you have given yourself to that blind you to the realities of the basic laws of nature itself. Therefore, you must face the great waves of change. You must face the greater community not with preference and not with fear, but with strength and objectivity. And you must gain this strength and this objectivity, which knowledge within you will give you, for it is not afraid. Knowledge has no preferences beyond the great truth it is here to serve. At present, humanity is a weak and divided steward of a beautiful planet that is highly prized by others. How will you protect it? How will you defend it? How will you maintain its wealth and its diversity of life? If you squander it, you will lose it, and the cost will be beyond your imagination. If you fall under foreign persuasion, it will create a set of circumstances far worse than anything you could imagine. This is life. You must grow up to be in life. You must prepare for eventualities. Nature is unmerciful to the unprepared. Both history and nature teach you what happens when these preparations are not made. You must be sober and clear, and then you can enjoy life, be in life and be secure in life. But you cannot gain pleasures away from this without jeopardizing your position, and at present, humanity's position is in great jeopardy. Great decisions will have to be made as to how humanity will proceed, decisions both at the level of government and leadership and at the level of each person. Will you fight GHT and struggle for what you want, to hold on to what you have, or will you unite with others to provide a greater stability in your communities, in your towns, your cities and your nations? Will you accept the reality of the great waves of change, or will you continue to deny them, projecting onto life your preferences, your dreams, your fantasies and the assurances that your indulgences can be maintained indefinitely? Will you deny the reality of the greater community even though the intervention is Florida-ing in your skies and taking your people against their will? Will you remain foolish and ignorant, like the adolescent, unwilling to face reality, unwilling to face the responsibility, unwilling to serve anyone but yourself? These are the questions. This is the challenge. God has provided a new message for humanity to warn humanity of the great waves of change, to warn humanity of intervention from the greater community, and to teach that humanity has a greater spiritual power called knowledge that represents its core strength, both on an individual and a collective level, and that humanity must use this knowledge and its own native abilities to restore the world and to establish itself as a free and self-determined race in the universe. Though humanity has a great destiny, its future is now in great danger. Do not take it for granted that humanity will succeed. Do not think that your success is somehow guaranteed. Do not assume that no matter what happens, humanity will emerge and be able to continue. Do not think that your ascendancy in this world guarantees your future self-determination. To assume these things is to maintain your weakness and avoid your strength. For strength always arises in facing reality, not in running away from it. And reality will either serve you or undermine you, depending upon the position you take with it. This is the time for humanity to unite and to become strong. The incentive for this is immense. The possibility for failure is great. This is your chance to rise or to fall, to become great, united and free in the universe, or to diminish yourselves here on earth and fall under subjugation to foreign powers. This represents the great threshold for humanity, the great opportunity for humanity, and the great challenge for humanity.